Hello and a warm welcome to World This Week by latestlaws.com. This is a weekly program, so hit the bell icon to get notifications for new videos. I will be taking you through the significant orders and judgments passed by various courts in the country and some important international news from this week. Let's begin with the Supreme Court this week. The Supreme Court held that an anaesthetist whose duty hours had ended could not be prosecuted for criminal negligence under Section 304A of the IPC merely because a staff nurse allegedly committed a procedural error while administering medication after consulting her over the phone. The court allowed the appeal, quashed the orders refusing discharge, and terminated the criminal proceedings against the appellant. The Supreme Court accepted a post-conviction settlement between parties in a check dishonor case and quashed the conviction and sentence imposed upon the accused. The court held that where the complainant has voluntarily agreed to compound the offense after receiving full and final payment, the compromise can be accepted even after the accused has been taken into custody. The Supreme Court examined an important question concerning the integrity of bail proceedings under the NDPS Act while hearing the plea of an accused who sought release on parity with a co-accused already on bail. The case brought into focus allegations that the co-accused had secured bail by presenting incorrect facts before the High Court, raising a larger issue about whether a coordinate bench could revisit and cancel such an order if it was obtained through misrepresentation. The Supreme Court clarified that the focus of the Immoral Traffic Prevention Act 1956 is the prevention of organized commercial exploitation linked to prostitution, not the prohibition of prostitution itself. In doing so, the court examined the legislative intent behind the law while considering issues relating to trafficking and the rehabilitation of women rescued from brothels. Now, let's get an overview of the High Courts. The Punjab and Haryana High Court examined whether newspapers could report a judgment that had been dictated in open court but had not yet been signed by the judge. The case arose from contempt proceedings initiated against leading newspapers and their journalists over reports concerning a high-profile trial transfer order, bringing into focus the legal status of a judgment immediately after its pronouncement in court. The Rajasthan High Court highlighted the significance of statutory compliance in environmental prosecutions, observing that criminal proceedings under the Water, Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974 cannot be sustained unless the complaint is instituted by a duly authorized person. The court was dealing with a challenge arising from pollution-related proceedings, where the very competence of the complainant to initiate prosecution was questioned. The Delhi High Court recognized the right to be forgotten as an integral component of informational privacy protected under Article 21 of the Constitution and formulated a detailed framework for de-indexing and masking personal information contained in judicial records available online. The court was dealing with a batch of petitions filed by individuals seeking the removal of search engine links, the de-indexing of judicial records, and the masking of personal identifiers appearing in court documents. Examining the impact of digital permanence on privacy, dignity, and reputation, the court observed, humans forget, but the internet does not forget, and does not let humans forget. The Madras High Court questioned the practice of VIP and paid darshan in Hindu temples, observing that such arrangements appear discriminatory and undermine the principle of equality before the deity. Hearing a public interest petition seeking the abolition of VIP and special darshan systems in temples managed by the Hindu Religious and Charitable Endowments HR and CE Department, the court remarked that the issue goes beyond temple administration and touches upon equal access for devotees. In the end, we have miscellaneous news. Consumer Protection Authorities tighten scrutiny on digital platforms after the Central Consumer Protection Authority (CCPA) imposed a 5 lakh rupees penalty on edtech company Physicswala for allegedly deploying dark patterns on its website and mobile application. The case centered on whether consumers were being nudged into making payments and sharing personal information through interface designs that potentially compromised informed choice and consumer autonomy. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. This is a weekly program, and to get more information, please check the description box for weekly updates. Like and subscribe to our channel.